welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. So today's look tutorial is going to be on this blue smoky eye look that I did this past weekend for a wedding. It was actually like a super last minute look. I really wanted to go with like a wing liner, but I didn't have time as I was getting ready. I'm like, all right, I don't have time to just focus on eyeliner right now. I have to do something that's like quick and simple. And I was like, all right, you can't go wrong with a smoky eye. And I decided just to add some color to it. So I did blue instead of like the typical black or brown. And when I posted a picture on Instagram, it was like a big hit, like way more than I expected it to be, considering this was like a last minute look that I did that just came off the top of my head like as I was doing my makeup, and everyone ended up really liking it. So I figured, hey, why not do a tutorial on it? It was like over 700 comments on Instagram of people who loved the look and wanted to see a tutorial on it. Some people thought it was like a little too much for a wedding, but I mean, I do makeup for a living. What do you guys expect, you know? So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have a whole new like filming setup. So I hope you guys like the new quality of my videos. Please let me know in the comments, like I always ask you guys, let me know what other videos you want to see, what other looks, and I'll be sure to do that. And now with the new equipment, it's really going to come through for you guys. So let's just get started. I don't want to talk to you guys to death or bore you guys before the tutorial even starts. So yeah, let's just jump right into it, guys. Alright, so first I'm going to start moisturizing my face with the NEUTROGENA Hydro Boost Hydrating Serum for both my face and the gel cream for right underneath my eyes. Next, I'm going to moisturize my lips, and I'm using the Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Treatment, again by NEUTROGENA. Now, I'm going to be priming my face, and I'm using the FARSALI Unicorn Essence Primer. This is just going to help create a smooth surface, so when I apply my face makeup, everything is nice and smooth. Now moving on to my eyes, I'm using the Makeup Forever Aqua Color Paint in the color L22. And it is a paint, so it's kind of like a no budge situation. So once it's on and it's dry, there's really not much you can do with it. So that's why I used a blending brush, just to make things a little bit easier for me. Moving on to my shadow, I'm using the Violet Voss and Nicol Concilio eyeshadow palette, and I'll be going in with the Hey Girl eyeshadow, and that's what I'm going to be using on my crease, just to create a little bit more depth. Now to go over that paint, I'm using the color Pinky, which is that blue shade in the palette. It is such a stunning color. Honestly, I feel like in person, it looks way more vibrant than what you're able to see on YouTube. Then I'm going to be using the color Chocolate, and I'm going to apply that right in my crease just to create a smooth transition between the blue and that orangey tone I used. Moving on to my eyeliner, I'm using the Aqua XL eye pencil by Makeup Forever, and it's just a black pencil that I'll be using to apply in my waterline. Now with the same exact colors that I used on my lid and crease is what I'll be using to smoke out right on the outside of my waterline. Moving on to foundation, I'm using the SMASHBOX Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. And one side is foundation, the other side is contour. I'm using the color 2.2. I won't be using the contour this time, just the foundation. And this foundation is a very buildable foundation, but I did notice that it's super creamy. So if you have oily skin, I don't know if this is a foundation that I would recommend for you. But since I have dry skin, it ended up working for me. Next, I will be concealing my eyes, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light Neutral. And then I'm just going to be blending that out with a fluffy brush. Once I'm done blending that out, I'm going to be setting my face with the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. And I'm going to be using the same kind of brush that I used to blend out the concealer to now set right underneath my eyes. So whatever's left over on the brush from setting underneath my eyes is what I'm going to be using just to kind of absorb any extra sheen that I have on my face. Once that's done, then I'll be dusting off the leftover powder underneath my eyes. And then moving on to contour and blush, I'm using the SAHARAN Blush Vol.II palette by JUVIAS Place. I'm going with those two shades right there. The more brown tone color I'll be using to contour, and then the more coral color is what I would be using for my blush. Moving on to highlight, I'm going to be using the BECCA and JACLYN Hill Champagne Pop Highlighter. Moving on to my mascara, I'm using the Lights Camera Lashes Mascara by Tarte. Moving on to my inner corner, I'm going to be using NYC, which is a white frosty shadow. And then I'll be applying my lashes. I cannot remember the brand of these lashes. I just found them in a box in my makeup room and I can't remember where they're from. I'm sorry. Now moving on to my brows, I'm using the Model's Own Brow Pencil. This is a brand that recently launched in Ulta, so you guys can definitely check that out over there if you're interested in it. Moving on to my lips, I'm using the Plum Lip Liner by MAC. Now for my lipstick, I'm going to be using the Honey Love lipstick, also by MAC Cosmetics. And then I'm just going to blend the two shades in together with my fingers so that no color looks more harsh than the other one. And then I'm just going to be adding some gloss, and I'm using the Candy Box Lip Glass, again from MAC. Then I'm just going to stick my finger in there just to make sure that I don't get any lipstick or lip gloss in my teeth. Now moving on to my inner corner, just to add an extra little bit of pop, I'm going to be using the LASPLASH Glitter Liner, and I'll have the shade for you written in the description because I cannot remember it right now. Now I'm going to be setting my face with the Morphe setting spray, and after that you are all set. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.